Hello guys, how are you? So welcome to my channel IG Tech Team and also welcome to another video of part 2 of alphabet recognition system. Now guys, I hope you was demo and part 1 of alphabet recognition system. Now this is part 2. In the part 1, we have successfully built our model and we have successfully calculate our accuracy. And guys, our accuracy is more than 90%. In my case, it is 91%. Now guys, we don't need to execute this cell again and again because we have successfully saved our best model. You can see over here, we have successfully saved our model and we have also calculated our accuracy. Now we don't need to execute this cell again and again. Now let me write a title here, part 2 alphabet recognition system. And for this, first of all, we need to import load model. So from keras dot models, we need to import load model. Shift enter. It may take a little bit more time depending on your system, speed of your system. Okay, now model equals to load model and my model name is best model dot h5. So let me load my model. And then now I have to define letters in dictionary. So dictionary is key value pair. In curly bracket, we have to write dictionary in curly bracket. And then let me define key and value in quotation mark. In the same way, 0 means A. In the same way, 1 means B. In the same way, 2 means C. In the same way, 3 means D. Now let me do it very fast. And guys, in the same way, 25 means Z. So from A to Z and from 0 to 25. And guys, we need to add a 26 also. And at this time, we need to pass only empty value. And when we open a webcam, it will display nothing. So we need to pass empty. Now let me execute this cell also. Okay. Now guys, we need to define a blue color in HSV format, means hue, saturation and value format, because I have used blue color object as a pen. So I need to define lower and upper boundaries for blue color. So let me write a comment here, defining blue color in HSV means hue, saturation and value format. And for this, we need to install NumPy. So pip install NumPy, and then to import NumPy, we can write import NumPy as np. And then guys, let me define lower boundaries of blue color equals to np dot array, and then I need to pass 100, 60 and 60. So this is the lower boundaries HSV value of blue color. And then in the same way, I need to define blue upper equals to np dot array. I need to pass 140, 25 and 25. So guys, we have HSV value for each color. So this is the HSV value, lower and upper value of boundaries of blue color. Now let me execute this cell also. Okay. Now guys, let me define one kernel here. Kernel equals to np dot ones kernel. So let me create 5 by 5 kernel, and uint 8. So what is this, guys? We need Cornell to smooth our image, and we'll perform erosion, dilation in our image. So first of all, we need to define our Cornell. I have defined 5 by 5 Cornell size. Just define it. I will explain it later. And then we need to define blackboard. So what is blackboard? Suppose, guys, this is one blackboard of color black color. So this is one blackboard, and we need to define, we need to write some alphabet. We need to draw some alphabet. Suppose E. So this is one blackboard. We need to define blackboard first, and initially there is only one color. And if you define suppose any letter, then you can think this black color is only 0 value, and you can think this white color is 1 value. So there are only 2 values, 0 and 1. But initially we have only one color. So let me create a blackboard. So blackboard equals to np dot initially let me create zeros matrix. So 480 by 640. This is the size of blackboard and RGB color. Now, guys, I need to define data type. So d type equals to np dot uint 8. So this is my blackboard. Actually this blackboard is matrix, 0 matrix of size 480 by 640. And then in the same way I need to define alphabet also. So let me define alphabet. Initially our alphabet is also nothing, so I need to define a 0 matrix of size, suppose 200 by 200 and RGB image. And in the same way d type equals to np dot uint 8. Sorry, I need to write uint 8. Okay, let me execute this cell. Model numpy has no attribute. I need to write uint 8. Unit, it is not unit, it is uint 8. Okay, guys, this is similar like in any program we have initialized our variable like I equals to 0, j equals to 0. So just like that, this is blackboard equals 0 and alphabet equals to 0. We have only initialized our blackboard and alphabet. And guys, we store our alphabet in DQ. So let me create one DQ here. And I hope you have heard the term InQ and DQ. And DQ simply means to pop the element. So let me create one DQ, and for this we need to import from collection, import DQ, DQ, and let me create DQ of maximum. We need to pass max length 512, and let me store this in points, and let me execute this cell. No model named collection, and write collections. From collections import DQ. Okay, so guys, we have load our model, and we have defined our letters in dictionary, and then we have defined our lower and upper boundaries of blue color, and this kernel is for erosion and dilution to smooth our image. And then I have initialized my blackboard and alphabet, and this DQ is for to store alphabet. So let me write comment here, DQs, and the full form of DQs is double-ended Q, is used to store alphabet drawn on screen. Now guys, we are good to go. First of all, let me open my webcam. So let me write a title here, open the camera and recognize alphabet. Let me first import cb2, and to install cb2 need to write command pip install opencb python, and then let me open my webcam. So cb2 dot video capture. If you have external camera, you have to pass 1, and if you have internal camera, means the camera from your laptop or PC, you need to write 0. And then let me open infinite loop. Here I need to read my cap. This cap means I need to read my image from this webcam, and it will return 2 value. It will provide 2 value. One is return value, either true or false, and another is frame. Frame means our image. And then let me define cb2 dot IMSO. Suppose the title is alphabet recognition system, and then I need to pass frame because I need to display my image or frame. And guys, if weight key 1 equals 13 means if I press enter button, if I press enter, then it should break from my infinite loop. And if I write here 27, then if I press escape, then it should break. And 13 means 13 is the ASCII character of enter. So if I press enter, then it should go out of this infinite loop, and then it should release camera, means close camera, EASC release camera, and it should destroy my all window. So destroy all windows. So guys, I have opened my camera, and it will display my frame, and if I press enter button, then it should break from my infinite loop, and it should close my camera, and it should destroy all windows. Now guys, let me execute this cell. Okay, so guys, it successfully display my image. Now guys, if I want to write some letter like ABC, you can see here A, then it will flip my image. If I move my hand toward right side, then it will move toward left side. So I need to flip my image first. You can see here, if this is my hand, and if I direct it toward right side, then it will move to left side. So I need to make, if I direct my hand to right side, then it should also direct toward right side. So let me first flip my image, and if I press now enter button, it should close my camera, and it should destroy my all window. Now guys, I need to flip my image. So for this, I need to write frame equals to cb2 dot flip. I need to pass frame, and I need to pass 1. So if I execute this again, now guys, you can see here, initially I am here, now I have shifted to this side, and if I direct my hand to right side, then it will also direct toward right side. Now if I write A here, then it is also it will not flip my image. So we need to flip our image. So if I press enter, it will destroy my window. Now let me write some code over in between this code. Now I need to convert my frame into HSB and also gray color. So we write HSB equals to cb2 dot cbt color, and to pass frame, and then cb2 dot color bgr2 bgr to HSB. I need to change bgr to HSB, and also I need to change my frame into grayscale color. So cb2 dot cbt color. Now I need to pass frame, not HSB. So I need to pass frame cb2 dot color bgr to gray. So guys, since I have defined my blue color boundaries in HSV color, so I need to convert my frame into HSV to detect any blue color object, and this gray color is to pass my image into my model. So this is for detecting my blue color object, and this is for to pass my model to pass my image to frame to my model. Now guys, let me write a title here. So detecting which pixel value falls under blue color boundaries. So for this we have in range method. Blue equals to, let me write blue equals to cb2 dot in range. In range I need to pass HSV. This is my HSV color image, and then I need to pass blue lower, my lower boundaries, and then blue upper is my upper boundaries, as I have defined over where it is here, blue lower and blue upper. So it will detect my blue color object. Sorry, it doesn't detect, it is only blue color. We have passed our lower boundaries and upper boundaries in range function. Now guys, we need to understand about some term like erosion, dilation, morphology EX. So guys, we need to understand about term erosion, dilation and morphology EX, and we have opening and closing morphology EX, but we need to know about opening. And guys, so what is erosion? Guys, erosion is erosion thin our boundaries, that is it reduce or thinning the boundaries of the bright area of the image. So since this is a bright area, so it thins our image, so you can see here its size gets reduced. So this means erosion. And then what is dilation? Dilation is the opposite of erosion. Erosion decrease the bright part of the image, it will increase it. So dilation increase the thickness of the boundaries of the bright area of the image. And then what is morphology EX? Opening and closing. Morphology EX is used to remove noise. So you can see here in this figure there are several noise. So after applying morphology EX opening, it will remove noise. And we have another closing also. So closing means to remove noise from this bright area, but now we don't need to remove noise from this bright area in this project. So we apply opening part only. So in opening means to remove noise. So erosion means to decrease thickness of the bright area, dilation means to increase the thickness of the bright area, and then morphology EX opening means to remove noise. So now I will apply first erosion, then morphology EX opening, and then dilation. Means I will first decrease the thickness, and then apply, and then remove the noise, and then again I will increase my brightest area of my image or alphabet. So let me apply first erosion. So let me write blue equals to cb2 dot, we have erode method, erode. I need to pass blue color, and then I need to pass cornel. So here I have defined cornel for erosion and dilation, means to smooth my image. So I need to pass this blue color and then this cornel. In the same way, let me apply opening or morphology EX. So for this cb2 dot I need to pass morphology EX, and then I need to pass same blue, and then since this is opening, I have to write cb2 dot morph open, and then I need to pass cornel, and then let me apply dilation. So blue equals to cb2 dot dilate, I can pass blue and then cornel. Now I need to detect a blue color object. So in my case, it is a cap of a mineral water bottle. So I need to detect this counter. So let me write code now. Find counters in the image. Counters in the image. Counter means blue color object. So let me write CNTS comma underscore. Underscore means nothing. You can write any value here, any value you like, but since we don't need this second value, so let me write underscore. We need only counters, CNTS. And then we have find counter method from CB2. So CB2 dot find COUNTOURS counters means blue color object. So let me pass my blue, and then we need to pass counter retrieval mode. So CB2 dot RETR and then external EXTERNAL, and just pass it. And then we need to pass counter approximation method. So let me pass CB2 dot chain approx and then simple. So simply pass it. This is the source, and this is the counter retrieval mode, and this is the counter approximation method. Means it will find our blue color object. Now guys, I need to circle my blue color object. So you can see here it is yellow color circle. So I will circle my counter, and I will calculate center. You can see here center, because my image will draw from center part. So I need to calculate one center. First of all, I need to draw circle, and then I need to calculate center. So initially, let me write center equals to non empty, and then if any counters found, if any counters were found, means if any blue color object is found, then I need to write if len means length of CNTS is greater than 0, means if it found any blue color object, your blue color object, in this case I have one blue color object. In the same way, I may have another one blue color object in like here. So I need to detect all blue color object, and I need to select maximum area of blue color object. So you can see here this area is high, and if I found a dot, simply dot blue color object, then it should choose only highest area of a blue color object. So let me write CNT equals to, I need to sort my blue color object, means sort my counters. So sorted, I need to pass CNTS, and on the basis of area. So I need to write key equals to CB2 dot counter area, and I need to sort in descending order. So I need to write reverse equals to true, true. And guys, in this line of code, there are two value. You can also write in this way. So CNTS equals to, and this line of code, and you can simply pass 0 index. This is 0 index, this is 0 index, and this is 1 index. If you need only 0 index, you can write like this. Now 0 index. So you can write in two way. So let me write in this way, and in this I can write 0 index. I can pass 0 index. So it will sort my blue color object, area of blue color object, and it will pick maximum blue color object, maximum area blue color object. Means suppose here I have one blue color object, and maybe I have here blue color object, here blue color object, here blue color object, very small, very little dot blue color object. Then I need to pick only this area blue color object. On the basis of, I have defined the key equals to on the basis of area. I have to sort by on the basis of area, and I need to pick largest area. So in CNT now I have this area. Now I need to calculate, I need to draw circle and also calculate center. So let me write CB2 dot circle inside the frame, and to pass x and y point. So integer x and integer y, and then I need to pass a radius, and I need to pass color. So you can pass any value you like from 0 to 255. So let me pass here 125, and then 344, and then 278. You can pass any value you like from 0 to 255. And then let me define thickness, suppose 2. So I have successfully draw circle in my blue color object. And to calculate center, I can detect, I can calculate momentum. So m equals to, m means momentum, CB2 dot, I can directly calculate by function, by method moments, so CNT. And to calculate center, I have one formula by using momentum. So integer, let me write momentum of m10 divided by momentum of m00. And in the same way, let me write here, I don't need to write square bracket here. Okay, in the same way, I have integer momentum of m01 divided by momentum of m00. So this is one of the formula to calculate center from momentum. So we have directly one method from CB2. We can directly calculate m, and then using this m we can calculate center. And guys, let me store my center in points. I have defined here points equals to dq. So let me store this center in my points. So points dot append left to append my center in left side. So I need to pass center. So guys, let me explain this code once again. It will calculate counters. Counter means blue color object, and I have defined center equals to none initially. And if my frame found any counter, then it will enter this if block, and it will take my largest area counter, and then it will draw circle in their counter, and it will calculate momentum, and from that momentum we can easily detect center. And I have appended center in the points, and this points is dq, and dq is used to store alphabet. Suppose guys, this is our one point, and this is our another point, this is our another point, like this. If you want to draw E, then you can see here it will detect points. Guys, nothing much to worry about. This is only if any counter were found, it will draw circle over that counter, and it will calculate center, it will detect center, and it will append in point. And guys, if it doesn't found any counter, so let me write elif length of counts equals to 0. So if it doesn't found any counter, but if we have any points, so let me write here if length of points isn't equal to 0. So what does this mean? If we draw any object, suppose E, and we need to remove our blue color object, at that time we have some points here, but there will be no any counter at that time. Means by showing this blue color object, I will draw some letter from A to Z, and as soon as I show this color, then I have point in my, I have collected my point, but now there is no any counter, means there are no any blue color now, but I have some point already collected. So in that case, it will enter my this block, if and then if block. At the time I need to convert my blackboard into gray color. So cb2.cbt color blackboard, and then cb2.color bgr to gray, and then in the same way let me blur my image. So blur equals to cb2.median blur, and I can pass blackboard gray, and then I need to pass one parameter over here, and if you press shift tab, so this parameter is cornel size, and it will take only one parameter. So let me pass 15 over here, and then let me use another blurring method called Gaussian blur. So cb2.ssin Gaussian blur, I need to pass same blur from above, and then I need to pass cornel size 5x5, and then let me pass 0 here. So this 0 means to calculate standard deviation I need to pass 0, and if I pass here some value, then I need to pass x sigma and then y sigma, and then it will calculate standard deviation. But if I pass 0 over here, then on the basis of this cornel size, it will automatically calculate standard deviation. So just pass 0 over here, and now let me apply thresholding. So thres thres equals to cb2 dot threshold. Let me pass a blur here, and then we have two type of thresholding. One is global thresholding, and another one is Ohrt-Schuh thresholding. So if you want to perform Ohrt-Schuh thresholding, we need to pass 0 over here, and if you pass certain some value, then that is called global thresholding. So let me perform Ohrt-Schuh thresholding. So let me pass 0 over here, and this is maximum value to 155, and let me define method of thresholding. So thres binary, let me use thres binary, and since it is the Ohrt-Schuh thresholding method, so I need to pass another method also. So let me write cb2 dot thres Ohrt-Schuh, OTSU, and I need to pass index of 1. So guys, I have converted my blackboard into gray color, and then I have blurred my image, and then this thresholding is used for separating our foreground and background. So we need to perform thresholding over here, and this since this is Ohrt-Schuh thresholding, so we need to pass a 0 value. And now guys, let me show you this thres. So cb2.imshow, and let me write here thres comma thres, and if I execute this cell, I hope this will work. Okay, shift enter, and guys, I need to complete my whole code to display my thres. So let me write it comment, and I need to show you thres, what does this thres means. So let me execute my whole code first. So guys, don't execute this code now, only I will execute from my whole code to show you the working of threshold. So let me execute from my complete code. I need to uncomment this line to display to show you trace. So let me execute this cell by pressing shift enter. Okay, if I draw A like this, you can see here it will extract my A alphabet. In the same way, if I draw anything, you can see here okay. Now guys, I can extract my any alphabet. So guys, I have my alphabet and blackboard in this trace. And guys, I think it will difficult to understand, so let me explain this code once again. And in this video, first of all, I have load my model, and then this is my letter in dictionary, and then this is the lower and upper boundaries for blue color, and this is the kernel for erosion and dilation. And then I have defined my blackboard and alphabet as a zero matrix, and then I have defined this point. So in this point, I will append the center of my counter, and then I have opened my camera, I have flipped my image, and then I have to convert my frame into SSB to detect blue color object, and this gray color is to provide I need to pass my frame gray color frame to my model. So this is for detecting blue color object, and this is for providing my gray frame to my model. And I need to pass lower boundaries and upper boundaries and SSB to my index function. And then I have applied erosion, morphology EX for opening, and then dilation to smooth my image. And then I need to detect my blue color object, so this will detect my blue color object. And then I need to draw circle, and I need to calculate find my center of my counter. So for this, if it will find any counter, then I can take largest area of my counter, and then I need to draw circle, and I have successfully I have successfully find the center by using momentum. And then I have appended that center to point as I have already defined. But and after drawing my image, I need to show some other color except blue color. At that time I have some point, but I have no any counter directed. So at that time it will go to this loop, this block, and then it will convert my blackboard to gray color. And then for blurring my image, I have applied median blur and Gaussian blur. And then finally I have applied thresholding. Thresholding means to take some part that we need. So in this part we need only alphabet, so we have extracted alphabet by using thresholding. And if you execute this cell after removing this comment, you will not get any output, because you have to complete this whole code. And I will do remaining code in my next video, and in the next video I will show you, I will do complete code. Till then you can practice this code by yourself. It will be very easy for you to understand, and for this you need to execute this code by yourself. So guys, how is this video? If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we will complete our code in next video. So guys, see you in the next video. Thank you.